and welcome to the channel. It's Erad, and so yesterday we had a very interesting Star Citizen live with the ship team, the team that makes ships for Star Citizen, that answered some questions and gave some updates about what they are working on. So we're gonna be doing a recap of that in today's video. Before that, a big shout out to Deplorable Fidel, who is helping me further to go to CitizenCon. We are now at $1,600 US. Thank you so much, Deplorable Fidel. It's much appreciated. Also, Jelly3D is back on Patreon as well. Thank you so much, Jelly3D. Guys, let's get started here and let's not waste any time. We're going to talk about first new ships versus old ones. Why is it difficult to get ships from the backlog done into Star Citizen? And the reason is simply because they need to reconcept the ships. This is something that they have seen when they were making the Karak, and they just realized that they could not put everything that was supposed to be in the Karak inside, and they had to redo it simply because as time goes by, more gameplay functionalities appear, more game mechanisms also eventually enter the fray, and they were just not thought of when the ships were concepted, and so that's why these older ships are a problem, and they just need to redo them from scratch when they are working on them. And this is the reason why we are not seeing ships like, for example, the Endeavor or the Badu Merchantman had to be redone as well. We'll talk a little bit later about this ship, and it's the reason why we're not seeing some of these older ships. It's very rare simply because it's just a lot of work. The last of these ships that they had to redo, reconcept entirely is the Polaris. Now we got an update on the Polaris. The Polaris is coming. The Polaris is going to be ready for Invictus. That means if you own the Polaris, you will be able to visit its interior and you will be able to finally fly it and crew it. Also, right now is the last chance to buy a Polaris at its current price, meaning that it's going to have a price increase for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, and that is probably going to be a significant one, given all the work that was done and given the fact that this ship is massive and will give its crew a massive advantage over pretty much anything else that will be in the verse. During this episode of Star Citizen Live, we've also learned that the Polaris is taking about half of the art team, so that's a lot of resources that are entirely dedicated for just one ship, which also means that other ships are not being worked out. So yes, no Crusader Starliner, unfortunately. Also, the devs did say that they don't want to be working on ships that do not have any gameplay associated with them. There are not a lot of them left, one of them being the Endeavor. There's no farming, no science. The other one, the other main one being, of course, the Starliner, as there's no passenger transport yet, no NPCs going by their business, but hopefully that's going to be coming sooner than later, maybe with the Quanta simulation that we have seen a while back. But what ships are in development? Well, not a lot. There's definitely the Zeus ES that's going to be coming for Star Citizen 4.0, as well as the Celial, which will be coming further on the line, and last will be the MR. Another Saber variant is coming, is under development. We don't know which one it is. The Legionnaire is also in development, as well as unknown new ships that are probably going to be straight to flyable. Anything else here, unfortunately, has no update. It means that they are not being worked on, so we should not be expecting the Badu Merchantman anytime soon. The team said that they are working on making sure that all the ships are gradually being converted to the resource management system, so that's really a lot of ships here that they have to work on. On top of that, they're also working on putting new interfaces that are going to be matching the style of each manufacturer for each ship, so there's actually a lot of work going on with the ships that we currently have in order to give them the current standards of Star Citizen. Of course, since new vehicles are coming up, especially the new Ursa Medivac, then a lot was talked about this new ground vehicle here, and the devs did give a couple of details regarding its features and also the changes that are coming with it. So, about the med bed. The intention is for all medical beds to enable responding. This was actually the original plan, and then it changed, and then it come back, and Jared did remind everybody that, of course, we're still in alpha, so lots of iterations iterations are going to be happening, lots of changes, and that is to be expected. So each type of bed is offering some unique benefits in the verse, and so they said that they're closely monitoring the experience and our feedback so that they can continue to iterate on the game. The Ursa Medivac MedBed respawn capability is a small component of a wider interconnected set of systems that was dubbed a long time ago Death of a Spaceman, and this framework encompasses everything related to a player's health, death, respawn, and legacy. While the respawning system is currently active in the game, other related systems such as regeneration, degradation, inheritance, and additional components of Death of a Spaceman are yet to come online. It remains the intent of the developers for dying and respawning to carry a notable impact, adding more meaning and danger to our adventures in the verse. So there we have it, guys. This is what the devs had to say about Death of a Spaceman. A lot of people in the community were a bit worried that Death of a Spaceman became meaningless. It's not. It's just that while the rest is just not here yet, they're trying to make the best out of what they already have. So there we have it, guys. That is what we had to say about the latest episode of Star Citizen Live. What do you guys think of the ships that have been announced and released so far? Did you get anything? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to my Patreon and YouTube members, including Dr. Forbin, Zero Crusher, The Power Boy Fidel, and Dr. Docker. I've been Irad, and I'll see you guys in the next one.